During this time in which the students are away from school, the overall assignment for them is to find enjoyable and/or meaningful ways of incorporating music performance into their daily lives. I expect this to look different for each student. There is a program that I'm making available to students called SmartMusic. Some directors use this program to give students assignments in their method books and to encourage them to practice. You see this approach a lot at the middle school level. Though the program can be a great tool for directors to assess students, I believe it can also be a great tool to encourage students to explore music and have fun while practicing on their instruments. In the coming days, I will be sharing many resources that students can use in order to make music performance part of their daily lives. I believe that if students take the time to explore SmartMusic, that they will find some enjoyable ways of incorporating music exploration and practicing into their daily lives. Normally there is a fee to use the program, but because of our current situation, SmartMusic has been opened up for the program to be used for students free of charge. Before I encourage students to dig in, I want to take the time to show parents some of the exciting things that kids can do with the program. On the screen right now is a piece of band music that is available to students in SmartMusic. It's called At the Movies with Danny Elfman and features themes from Batman, Dark Shadows, The River Cruise, and Moondance. There are literally thousands of pieces on the program, including many that we've been working on in band and that students currently have in their band folders. I'd like to show you some of the features in SmartMusic right now. First of all, if I go to the top of the screen, I've selected that I want to start at this measure right here. I just press play and the piece will start. So you hear the band music in the background. That's also called the accompaniment. And right now you're hearing my part, which I have an alto saxophone part selected. If you go over to accompaniment, you can turn the background music or the band up by sliding all the way to the right, or down by sliding the tab to the left. You can also turn it on or off by clicking on this orange icon. And there, in this point, you only hear the saxophone playing then. You can also do the same part with my part. You can turn it off by selecting the orange, or back on by selecting the orange and then controlling the volume this way. And lastly, you can do the same thing with the metronome. If you don't want to hear that click on the entire time, just click the orange right here and it turns the click off. Turns it back on by clicking there, or selecting the volume of the metronome by adjusting. Another thing that you can do is you can control the tempo. Let's say that the piece we're playing it's a pretty fast piece, but you want to slow it down to practice it. So right now I'm at 54, a little faster tempo. But if you want to slow it down, you can go up to the upper left-hand corner and you can adjust the tempo so you can practice it slower, which is really nice, especially if there are a lot of notes involved. So I slowed the tempo from 70 to 50, and then I start at measure 54, and you're going to notice that the sound doesn't change, it just slows down. So that's a really nice. Perhaps SmartMusic's best feature is its ability to give students live feedback when they're playing their instrument along with the program. I'll show you right now. I'm going to start at measure 54 and I'm going to play along with my saxophone. I'm going to intentionally make some mistakes so you can see what happens. So looking back at my performance, starting at measure 54, all the green notes that you see on the screen right now are the pitches that I played correct. If it is red, it means I played the incorrect pitch. So right here, I actually played a G natural rather than a G sharp, and it called me out on it. Where you see yellow, that means I attacked the note early. So SmartMusic gives you live feedback on the notes that you're playing correct and incorrect. Also, if I'm unsure on a fingering for a note, I can go ahead and click on the note, and it pulls up the saxophone fingering for it. You see it right there, or if I click on this note right here, you see the actual saxophone fingering for that pitch. Or if you want to hear what the note sounds like, you can just click on that as well, and that's really helpful for brass instruments. So I just want to take a moment and show you some ways students can use SmartMusic to explore. First of all, they can use it to explore some different movie music. If they're on this screen right here, they can just click on soundtracks and musicals. And I'm just going to type in one of my favorite movie composers, Hans Zimmer. And up at the top is Hans Zimmer, or At the Movies with Hans Zimmer. I open it up. I've got my part selected, alto saxophone. Click open. And I can go ahead, once it opens, I can go ahead and play along with it. So I'll scroll down, I'll start at measure 17 and see what happens. So there's some movie music right there. Students can also use SmartMusic to explore band music. For instance, there's a piece in Wind Symphony that we're currently working on called Arabesque. I'm going to type Arabesque. And at the top, Arabesque, I select it, open my part, open it up. I skip ahead. I'm going to start right at, let's see, I'll start right here. Press play. All the same features exist. Students can use SmartMusic to explore music of some of their favorite composers. So for instance, we play a lot of Brian Balmages in band. Just type in Brian Balmages. At the top, you can see a whole bunch of different pieces by Brian Balmages. Well, it looks like 6 pages at least of Brian Balmages. Students can use SmartMusic to explore solo and ensemble music. For instance, there's a piece by Kennan. It's a trumpet solo. It's very popular. So you open it up, select the movement, and then you can play your solo or practice your solo as you're preparing for solo and ensemble. You see the music's on screen right here, and then you'll also hear the piano accompaniment as well. And again, all the different features exist. You can slow it down, the tempo, by clicking up here, and everything else. So those are some great ways that you can use SmartMusic for students who really want to hit it hard and really advance what they're practicing during this time. There are a lot of great method books in SmartMusic as well. You can simply, from this screen, click on method books. So if you go on here and click on method books, many of them are available, including the Alfred's book, which are very, very popular for drummers. The Arbin method book for trumpet, which is very, very popular for any trumpet player. And if you skip ahead a little bit, you can look at just some of the general method books, perhaps that you use in middle school. I know right now our middle schoolers use Sound Innovations. So those method books are available as well in Smart. Jazz ensemble students can have a lot of fun exploring the different tunes in SmartMusic. If you click on Jazz right in the center of your screen, it pulls up the entire jazz library, which is over 38 pages long. I'm just going to show you a couple of my favorites. First one is Cold Duck Time. So I open that up, and there's 2 different versions of that one. I'm just going to click on this one right now, open it up, and it's a really fun rock tune that I recently explored in the last couple weeks. And again, the same features exist in SmartMusic for jazz as all the other tunes. Another tune that I really like, or I really like the music of Gordon Goodwin. So I'm going to type in the Jazz Please, which is perhaps one of his most favorite pieces. And 3 different versions of the Jazz Please. So I'll just click on this one, which I believe is the most advanced version. Students can just have some fun exploring it a little bit. Also on that one, they have some tips from the actual composer and player, so you can explore some of those different things.
So it's funny because this song, it seems like, hey,
I just wanted to show you one last feature in SmartMusic. They are currently experimenting with adding conducting to many of the pieces, starting off with the famous composer Brian Balmage's. I'm just going to press start and show you how this looks. Many of the features that exist still exist during this feature, but some of them don't exist as well. For instance, you're not able to adjust the tempo and you're not able to use the metronome features. But this certainly could be a lot of fun for students. Parents, please encourage your students to take some time and explore the features in SmartMusic. It'll take them about 2 or 3 minutes to sign up, and they have access to the entire program. I've sent students an email with registration information and communicated it to them through Google Classroom. Also, parents, if you would like to take some time and explore the program on your own, I have created a parent login that I will also include in this email. Thanks for watching.